Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why he said he's gonna hang on. Do the other 4 or 5 years.
It all depends on what they catch him.
That's true. That's everybody.
I don't know where my brother was.
He had to wait.
$40.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just, that's.
Good job. Morning.
That's what I should do. Yeah.
You live?
We should be live now.
This is Steve Jones. We're looking to get 7 to get a quorum. Who is online right now on the Teams link?
Asking who?
I'm asking who's online because we need one more person for quorum, so I'm looking for another commission member at the IRC meeting.
If there's any, oh, we might have one hopping on now. I believe Aaron Sims has joined the chat now.
Hi,
All right.
sorry.
No, that's all right. All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order at 1:32 PM, August 10th. We need to do a roll call on everybody because we have commission members
Yep.
online, so go ahead and give us the roll call.
Steve Jones,
Here?
Matt Wells,
Here.
Stephanie McKinney. Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney. Bob Courtney. Sean French. Sean French. Bruce Palin.
Here.
Aaron Sims.
Here,
Travis Tushane. Travis Tushane. Myra McShane.
Here.
Leanne Angerman.
Here.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Here.
Good to go.
All right, thank you. Reports and updates first. I'd like to, the meeting is for the commission members. Public comment and interaction will be after and at the end of the commission meeting. My report that I've put together, again, I've go through some significant hazardous materials incident since our last meeting. May 26th, Thorntown, there was a anhydrous ammonia leak, farm hose disconnected and a vapor cloud went, and they had to evacuate the Old Mill Run campground. And we've had a couple of those, but it's common in the agricultural setting. Another one took place June 30th in Lakeville, an anhydrous ammonia tank leak in Lakeville. Mutual aid again, and they evacuated nearby homes and secured the site. And if anybody's ever got an anhydrous ammonia leak, you know it really quick. It's nothing you want to get into, and I've done it a few times on the job. Greenwood, Indiana, they had a chemical spill at Safety Clean, 47.5 Park 800 Industrial. A drum of dimethyl carbonate swelled and ruptured and leaked into an underground containment system. They had evacuated some businesses, and responders remained on the scene till the leak was contained. East Chicago, July 29th, 2026. Suspected diesel leak was discovered at Amco's 12-inch pipeline near BP Whiting Refinery in East Chicago. The federal government came in and gave a corrective order August 3rd, which was this month, requiring shutdown of the isolated segment, and they ordered them to run at 20% operating pressure reduction until the whole pipeline had been inspected. And then one was notable, except it didn't happen in Indiana. Of course, hazardous materials leaks outside of Indiana along our borders can't affect our state. But Rubbertown, Kentucky, which is a part of Louisville, is south of New Albany. They had a hydrofluoric acid leak from a rail car at Cameras plant, and it triggered a half-mile shelter-in-place order. Hydrofluoric acid is probably one of the worst types of spills that you can have because it not only is acid, the fluorine in the acid goes right to put fluorine in for your teeth to harden. It seeks bone. And so anhydrous or this acid not only gives you a chemical burn, but it goes to the bones of. So that's the things. And I don't know if I've done this for quite a few months of these spills. And I don't think anybody's reporting these to us. I have to go find them. And I know you said earlier, people aren't reporting to us. And I think in one form or fashion, we need to find a way to get the word out that they need to be reporting these to Chemtrack, to IDEM, and then calling our 24-hour desk at IDHS report these leaks. Because chemical spills obviously are happening all the time that affect communities. And that's the whole reason this system is in place, is to make communities aware of these chemicals and how to react to these types of emergencies. The other thing I have to talk about is, I think Melissa put out, everybody needs to do that's on the commission ethics training. And it's supposed to be done by September 14th. And after you've completed the training, if you would email Melissa, that way she can track that everybody's got that ethics training completed. All right. Moving on. Next on the agenda is the review and action of May 11th, 2026 meeting minutes. Anybody have any comment on the minutes or to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
One motion to approve,
Okay.
second motion. I'll take the roll call.
Steve Jones,
Yes.
Matt Wells,
Yes.
Stephanie McKinney. Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney. Bob Courtney. Sean French. Sean French. Bruce Palin,
Yes.
Aaron Sims,
Yes.
Travis Touchain. Travis Touchain. Myra McShane,
Yes.
Leanne Angerman,
Yes.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Yes.
Good to go, Marshall.
All right, thank you. Next thing on the agenda is the review and action of the LEPC roster appointments and removals. And
We do have one comment from Adam Overberg that they should also notify the Indiana Poison Center for these asthma incidents, especially things like anhydrous ammonia and HF.
is it a statute?
I have no idea, just what their comment says.
We'll take comments at the end. Okay. Anyway, the roster updates requesting the IRC meeting, and so is this needs approved?
We need to vote to approve them. Yes,
Okay.
there's 119 requests, and the counties that have made requests on the second page after the title page.
I make a motion to approve the roster. And just,
Second.
Second,
Okay, Steve Jones,
yes?
Matt Wells,
Yes.
Stephanie McKinney. Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney. Bob Courtney. John French. John French. Bruce Palin,
Yes.
Aaron Sims,
Yes.
Travis Touchain. Travis Touchain. Myra McShane,
Yes.
Leanne Angerman,
Yes.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Yes.
Okay, good to go.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the fiscal report. Would you give us a financial update, Matt Wells?
Be glad to. So for fiscal year 26, which ran from July 1 of 25 to June 30th of this year, our total appropriation was $125,992.30. The whole fiscal year, we end up spending $127,333.15. And so if you paid attention to that, we actually had an overage of about $1,340.85. Communicating with our CFO, the agency, she expressed that it's because of the timing of payroll. So I'm assuming it's a month that maybe had an extra payroll week in it. And so that's what she says is the overage on that. Plus there was maybe an initial budget cut that fiscal year as well for total agency budgets as well. So she said the main takeaway she wanted to communicate with us was that obviously we're really tight with funds. So if we had anything planned, she mentioned, if we want any type of upgrade with Has Connect, we should probably plan on that not being able to occur. So again, so we're right on the edge of fine line of using all of our budgets. So obviously we went over a little bit last year with payroll. So our biggest expenses are payroll, and then the $54,000 for Has Connect. There's no fluff in there at all. Melissa and Lauren haven't attended a conference or any type of training in 2 or 3 years at least, probably.
Since the fall of 24.
Yeah. So and this is bare bones stuff.
I always lose track. I know it's, is this the first or the second year of the biennial budget?
This would be the second year.
Okay, so I have a new budget proposed for next year.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah, this legislature will approve the budget and it will take place July of next year. It's the start
okay.
of the budget.
So we're essentially going to propose the same budget level for next year, then you think?
Well, the thing is, this money comes in from the Tier 2 program.
Right,
So we're spending more money than we're taking in from the Tier 2 reporting chemical industry. And actually, it only pays for Lauren's job. It doesn't pay for Melissa's job. So we're actually spending a lot more than what we're taking in. So by the time we distribute it to the counties, there's not a lot of money left over to pay for the program.
right. I know at one time we had a surplus in the, I forget what they call it, they call it the fund for
The legal fund.
the legal fund, I'm sorry, yes. And I know we've been drawing off of that to cover the shortages each year. I didn't know if that legal fund's also getting down dangerously low or not, or where we are with that. Obviously, it's not sustainable to keep spending more money than we bring in, but we had that buffer there. I just wasn't sure how much buff was left in the buffer. As far as balance of the legal fund to be able to use to supplement and carry us, make up the gap between what we get in chemical fees and what we need to spend.
Yeah, it's just the way it was engineered. There wasn't anything built in for a change in the economic environment we're in today. And we're continuing to operate the way we did back in the 80s. So anyway. Next on the agenda is the facilities report. Lauren?
So we currently have a total of 7,785 facilities in Indiana. 7,206 of those facilities are active and 579 facilities are inactive. The numbers are a bit lower than last time because I've been cleaning up the system, getting rid of facilities that no longer report. There are 6,903 annual reports that have been completed this year. 24 annual reports have been initiated but have not been completed. 293 facilities have not initiated this year's report. Since January 1st, we have collected $685,040, and we have had 8 incidences since our last meeting.
Thank you. Number 7, new business, discussion on ending accepting paper checks from facilities for report payments. Lauren, you want to give us a rundown on that information?
Yes, so I would like to stop taking paper checks as a payment for HasConnect. Currently the system is set up to take credit card, debit card, and e-check. They can take MasterCard, Visa, Discover, and American Express. The number of checks we get each year is dwindling down further and further. But the way that our system operates is by March 1st, if we don't have their check, they're going to get a $20 late fee for each facility, which I started to implement this year. That has become a little bit of a hassle with some facilities, but it's also when we receive a check, I have 24 hours to accept it or deny it. Whereas if it's in the system, I don't need to do anything with it. It goes to the correct facility.
Yeah, an estimate about how many facilities submit checks.
So far this year, it was 3. Last year, it was 30. So we have a total of 446 checks over 10 years, and it's ranged anywhere from about 30 to 70 each year, and then it goes down and then jumps way back up.
It's important to note that if Lauren's off, as she said, she has 24 hours to theoretically do something with the check. If she's off, or something happens and she's delayed in getting that check or doing something with it, then she has to get a new check from that facility. This creates some hassles and hurdles for the very few that we receive.
Correct.
Anyone want to make a motion?
Commander, I'll make a motion that we no longer accept checks going forward.
Thank you. Anybody want to second that?
I'll second.
Second that.
Steve Jones,
Yes.
Matt Wells,
Yes.
Stephanie McKinney. Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney. Bob Courtney. Sean French. Sean French. Bruce Palin.
Yes.
Aaron Sims.
Yes.
Travis Touchain. Travis Touchain. Myra McShane.
Yes.
Leanne Angerman.
Yes.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Yes.
And we'll implement that starting January 1st of next year. That way they have time to submit any checks till then.
Yeah, they've got enough chemicals that they have to report. They've either got an e-check or a credit card. So
Mhm.
they can take the check that they wrote and just take the routing number and account number, type it in a machine.
You laugh, but it's a hassle. You know, like you said, she's off. She has to then try to get another check reissued. She's making phone calls. And
Well, yeah, I mean, it creates more.
It does.
You know, and if we had everybody wrote checks, just think what it would take to process 7,000 checks, right? So, all right. Next on the agenda is the MOU between the Indiana Emergency Response Commission, Indiana Department of Homeland Security, Indiana Department of Emergency Management, and Indiana Department of Revenue for the commission to consider and approval. Jasmine.
Thank you. So this MOU is an agreement between the agencies, as you just listed, that puts in writing the roles that each agency already has with Indiana's emergency planning and chemical reporting programs. And its purpose is to clearly define who handles specific functions and ensures that the agencies continue to work together. And legal is recommending.
So Indiana Department of Revenue, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're the ones that cut the checks to the LEPCs, correct? Because I don't want to write paper checks to all the LEPCs.
I assume all the agencies involved already reviewed this.
Yeah, at least
And it put into.
Homeland Security has, and I'm sure IDEMS and
IDEM
so
has-
everybody's in
our legal
agreement.
has
I guess we
reviewed it.
just need to put our blessing on this contract between all these agencies.
I'll make a motion to accept the memorandum of understanding.
Got a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a second. All right.
Steve Jones,
Yes.
Matt Wells,
Yes.
Stephanie McKinney. Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney. Bob Courtney. Sean French. Sean French. Bruce Palin,
Yes.
Aaron Sims,
Yes.
Travis Touchain. Travis Touchain. Myra McShane,
Yes.
Lean Angerman,
Yes.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Yes.
To go.
Do we have any old business we would like to discuss? One thing I think, we have enough spills in Indiana that are not getting reported. Is to get a communication from IDEM and Indiana Department of Homeland Security, to these facilities and to the fire departments. Honestly, like if a fire department, they might not necessarily know that they're supposed to report to us. Maybe it's getting some materials in the hands of the fire departments to help them understand and say, hey, you need to report this to, or they can even make the phone call to us to say, hey, I was just at an XYZ chemical industry and they just released a bunch of hydrofluoric acid. Do you want to know about that? Would say yes. So it's important because we don't want these spills to get in waterways. We don't want communities to get injured or sick. And it's expensive to clean this stuff up. And if it sits, the longer it sits, the deeper it goes into the soil and the further it goes down the waterways. And that's the whole intent of this tier 2 process, is to know what products are in our neighborhoods, make for sure they're doing the emergency planning and that they're cleaning them up. I've been on some large pipeline spills, and I won't mention the name, but the company was incredible amount of how it was 100 times better after they were done cleaning it up, putting new soil down, new sod. That's what we want our chemical industry people to do. When there is a spill, we want them to make it better than it was before the spill happened. And we've got some good people that do very good things in this industry, but we have some people who don't, so that's just my comments on that.
I've got a question. The companies are also supposed to be notifying their LEPCs, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
The companies are
so,
required to.
yeah, so in addition to that, is there a way that we can plug in more closely to the LEPCs so that we're getting that information from them as well as from the industries? themselves?
Yeah, I think we
companies?
just gotta we've gotta do something to help or educate the LEPCs, the local fire departments, or maybe it's the county public safety. Because it could be just a police officer or an ambulance service or, you know, we need to help educate them to know, you know, I worked a lot with, because I spent 28 years working as a fireman in Marion County. Marion County Health Department was really good. The fire department could get done with what it needed to. We could leave and Marion County Health Department would make for sure that it was followed up, cleaned up. Counties don't have that. Most health departments in other counties, they don't deal with hazardous materials. Most health departments in the counties don't deal with hazardous materials. So who is there left to babysit these in the counties? Nobody, right? So maybe we can work on some messaging and get our PIOs to work up some stuff to get out to the LAPCs, to the county public or the county emergency responders. Because nobody's reported anything to us, at least as the IERC.
Well, when they call IDEM and then IDEM puts it via HazConnect, but we get an automatic notification that the incident has been entered into the system. And then the LEPCs have access to view the incident. They just don't get a notification that it's there.
We need something, if they do that though, boom, it should come, I guess, to us at the commission to say, hey, we've had this person report this spill.
Is that something that HazConnect can do automatically to send the notification out to the commission?
I can check and see, because I know it just comes to the Sarah inbox.
Right.
And that's the only one it goes to. But I could check to see if it can go to the IERC inbox.
Okay.
And according to the MOU, IDEM has 24 business, until the next business day to put that information into HazConnect. So there is still a slight delay. So if a call comes in at the end of the workday on Friday or after the workday, so Friday evening, technically per the MOU, we have until Monday to put it in. So that's the entire weekend that, that's a gap.
Yeah.
Without the IERC knowing.
Yeah.
So our only, I know there's a lot of spills that get reported on the 24-hour spill line.
Mhm.
Some of them may trigger a need to report to IRC and some of them may not.
Right.
So are the ones that go to HazConnect, is that just the ones that would go to IRC also, or those include more than that?
The ones that go into HazConnect are the ones that go to IERC. So it depends when the facility calls to report it, because they're calling our IDEM spill line, and it also doubles as the Sarah Title III reporting, that sometimes the responsible party doesn't know to specify, I'm also reporting a Sarah Title III release. So that's kind of thing. That's where the sticking point is. My responders and those who answer our phones for the spill line, we do our best to check and ask, but sometimes it doesn't always come across that way depending on how they report it. So, yeah.
And I've worked with Myra and we did get that updated on the IDHS website regarding the spill to specify it's for Sarah Title III reporting.
Yeah. It's like anything else. There's never a perfect world. Things will fall through the cracks, but we'd like to do the best we can to know about things. So. Anything else in old business?
Can you remind everybody that the time has changed for the next meeting to 11:30?
Okay, the next meeting is at 11:30 instead of,
Instead of 10 a.m.
October 16th, it's gonna be 11:30 instead of 10.
We have,
It says 10 on the agenda, so it is 11:30.
yeah, we had to change it because they have the hazmat conference here at the same time, and so we changed it, so if anybody is attending the hazmat conference, they also could attend this if they wanted to,
Okay.
trying to accommodate.
And we're working on, figuring out what room the meeting will be in.
And we'll be outside. I don't know why we need a bunch of office space anyway. I think in the fall, we'd like to be outside anyway. All right. Any public comment? It was signed up when you got the form? Public comment form? Do you have-
Warren had the list.
It's a couple of comments, something.
I think Jeff had one online.
Nothing on there. The only public comment. Oh, Jeff's got a comment. Hey Jeff, you want to speak? Jeff, if you're talking, no one can hear you. Well, I'm not sure if he's talking, but the one comment Jeff Larimore has put in the chat is to maybe work with the Indiana Environmental Health Association to get the word out to the local county health departments.
Yeah. Good point. Did you have a comment?
Well, I just have a question. Are governmental agencies required to report the spills and releases?
If they meet the requirements, I believe they are, yes.
Such as counties, the county agency, the city agency,
Yeah.
whatever. They are,
If they're required to report to the tier 2, or if it meets the requirement.
I think she's asking if the counties are required to report the spills. Is that correct?
they have a release.
If they've
Oh,
had
I
a
see.
release
I
within
thought
their
you
county,
meant the
the
county,
facilities.
the
right?
county facility has to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't. The requirement is of the spiller. It's not, doesn't fall on anybody else, but the spiller is the one that is required to notify. So that's where the burden lies.
Okay, and what form is that? 312 or something of that sort of?
No, it should be for the spill, it should be 304.
304.
Yep, which you would call the IDEM spill line.
Mhm.
They would put the preliminary information into HAZConnect for you, and then you would go in and fill out the additional information.
I will say though that county EMAs, LEPCs, people, the counties and local responders, if they do come across a spill, based on their runs or whatever, they usually call us to report it to IDEM spill line, because they're, a lot of times they're requesting our assistance or just to give us notification to let us know of the spill. So that does happen. But ultimately, the responsibility is on the responsible party, the one who spilled it. They are supposed to make the requirement. I think they're legally required to do that.
Jeff, I think your sound's working now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My turn, or are you still talking about the notifications?
Nope, you are good to go.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I just had a question to follow up Bruce's questions about the legal fund. For this year, do you know how much, or can you report out how much was collected and how much was dispersed? And if there was any monies held back for LEPCs that were not in good standing?
I don't think we have that information with us today.
Okay, could we get that information by the next meeting?
Yeah.
Because I want to follow up Bruce's question. I mean, this legal fund has been talked about for numerous years, especially as LEPCs that weren't meeting the requirements, that money was kind of set aside. And so I'm still in the belief that this legal fund has a significant amount of money sitting in it. And if it doesn't, then I think there at least should be some kind of a report generated to show where that money, if it was in fact spent down, how it was spent down. Because again, Bruce, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was thinking it was like in the $400,000 range. Does that sound?
Well, and I think it had gone down some, and I can't remember where it was last, but it also, in earlier years, we typically did not spend as much money as we took in. And so over time, our costs have increased and we've added some staff positions to come out of that IRC meeting. It used to come out of different other fund centers. And so that money in the legal fund's a combination of both, Jeff. It has money we didn't spend in the past that just rolled over every year because we didn't spend it, plus money that wasn't spent by LEPCs that were not compliant, that didn't get money, went into that fund as well. And I know we've tried to get them to keep track of that separately, but I'm not sure that was ever successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll bring that to the next meeting about what's in that fund and if it has gone down, where it went. So.
I mean, I think, yeah, that would be helpful because I know when I first started on the IRC or with the LEPCs, it was set up where LEPCs could get until they had a grace period. And so the state held back money or wouldn't, the LEPCs could conceivably get that money the following year the way the system used to be. And obviously that was changed and it's no longer that way, but that always meant that there was money that was held back that didn't seem to, I was told it didn't go back into the legal fund for disbursement that following year. It kind of sat in this pot that was there, but nobody really knew how to get to it or something. So yeah, I think it would be very helpful to know.
Yeah, I think it, like, at least if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong from my memory, but it's not like we can just release that money. I think we need another state agency to even approve that money comes out of that account, but we'll find out more again for the next meeting. So.
Yeah, that would be helpful because I know we talk about it at our LEPC meetings, and I think there's, we're starting to share this word with industries because that's where this money comes from. And if the money is just sitting in a fund somewhere and not helping communities, then I think the industries have right to be concerned about that's not what the intent of that money was for. So anyway, yeah, whatever you can come up with would be greatly appreciated.
All right. Anything else before we adjourn? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Got one?
My one contribution.
There we go.
There we go.
I have a second, so moved.
I'll second.
You got a second?
All right, Steve Jones,
Yes.
Matt Wells.
Yes.
Stephanie McKinney. Matt Bilkey. Bob Courtney,
Yes.
Sean French. Bruce Palin,
Yes.
Aaron Sims. Travis Touchain. Myra McShane.
Yes.
Leanne Angerman.
Yes.
Amy DeRocher Matthews.
Yes.
Good to go.
Thank you, everyone. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Just go on the drive, wherever you're going.